head getting in here today. Well, I've got all my Tiger gear on. Today is the University of Memphis last home basketball game. And they're playing the Wichita State Shockers. And the Shockers not only have a pretty good basketball team, they've got a really good basketball program up there. And the last time the Tigers played them, it was at Wichita State in this formidable arena that they call the Roundhouse. And, well, tonight they're going to be playing in the FedEx Forum, which is a much different atmosphere. And so hopefully that will give the Tigers an advantage. And I'm pretty sure they can use any advantage they can get. Anyway, what my main topic today is spending money. I recently just got back from the Xfinity store. They've got their stores and everything now set up like a cell phone type of storefront. And I have to tell you, it was a much more pleasant experience than what you used to be going to pay your cable bill and having to stand in a big old long line and wait for somebody behind a bank-looking counter to call you up. And I had to get some new cable boxes and reorganize my billing. And, every once in a while their rates go up. And so I like to go in there and ask them, hey, let's clarify why this went up and what we can do to reduce that and maintain a similar service. Maybe swap out channels or, just in general try to get something that's a little bit less expensive, but not where I'm trying to take advantage of their company, because I like for them to stay in business. That way I can take advantage of their product. And that leads me to the topic of today, spending money, saving money. What are you spending money on? And the reason I brought that up is because there's a cat that was running for the nomination, somebody to be nominated to run for president. And this guy had spent, I think the final tally was $577 million. And that's a lot of money. I mean, you may think, oh, well, if you think of the global economy, maybe that's not a lot of money. But anytime you're looking at a 9-digit number, in my mind, that's a gigantic, huge number. And this cat, he spent that much money. And towards the process of becoming nominated by his party, he gained 5 electoral votes. The other people who were running against him were well into the hundreds, some almost halfway to the number of delegates that they need to be nominated by their party. And so he, I guess, looked at it in a realistic way and said, hey, it's time for me to call it off. I'm not getting anywhere. But when you think about the amount of money that he spent, I did this with my son. I said, well, how long do you expect to live? And he said, I don't know, 90. That's a pretty good number. So we looked at it and, calculated his age, 90. How many years is that between now and 90 years? And we worked out that on a weekly basis, $577 million, he could get paid $151,000 a week for the rest of his life. And that would equal $577 million. Just for some perspective. So I look at that guy and I think, you spent a lot of money, but didn't get very much for it. So I think he either got ripped off by consultants, by people who were organizing his campaign, whatever staff he had. I think they really, 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 really overbilled him. And because he had so much money to begin with, he probably just figured, oh, that's the way, that's how much it cost. That's how much it cost. And you really got to be careful whether you've got a little bit of money. I remember when I used to go to McDonald's in college and think, man, I'm going to get the hamburger. And that's it. And it costs maybe just under $1. And I would load it up with all the free condiments that they would give you: ketchup, mustard, pickles. Trying to make a meal out of it because, I'm trying to budget. And, as I began to obtain more income, I still kind of have that mindset. That's why I went by the Xfinity place today, because I'm saying, man, this bill went up a little bit. Let's go try to reorganize this. So I think that should be a lesson for everybody. No matter how much money you've got, coming in, or how little you've got coming in, you really need to be mindful of how much you're spending. I spend a lot of money on guitars. Everybody knows that. I probably spend too much. And I'm getting into the area now where I start to trade. I'll see one that I want, and I'll bring in 2 guitars and trade for that one guitar. Or maybe a guitar and an amplifier to get that one guitar. Something like that. And, but man, $577 million for seemingly nothing. I really feel like that dude got ripped off. And he needs to look into it and find out what the hell happened, because that's ridiculous. Anyway, that's enough today. It's sunny outside, and this car has no tinted windows, and it's getting to be a little bit hot in here. So I'm going to take my new Xfinity stuff, install some of these new devices, and I will catch up with y'all next Thursday.